Hello everybody, it's Brad here today and welcome back to Project Hospital. As you might be able to tell from my voice, I have a cold. I feel okay though, I've just got a bit of a bunged up nose. We are back in Project Hospital. Apologies that there's not been any videos lately. It's just been quite a busy start to 2024, but Happy New Year to you all. So in our last episode we were over here. We were building out orthopedy. So if we go here, we can see that we have 3 doctor's offices, I can't count apparently, some toilets, common room, cleaning closet. So all the basics basically of our orthopedic department. Now, our recent goals are to treat 30 patients per day, enable hospitalisation at emergency, so get in like an emergency department where we can get ambulances coming in with trauma, and then open hospitalisation at any specialised department. So this is our, excuse me, there might be quite a lot of throat clearing. So this is our specialised department over here, orthopedy. Now, yeah, so downstairs I had all of these doctors' offices with the blue tiles, and now upstairs they've also got the blue tiles, and then we slightly altered them just so that they have everything that they need for orthopedy. But I do not like this. I do not like that they are blue. So even though we're trying to be very careful with money, I'm going to spend some because I am very good at spending money and I wish I was just talking about the game. So let's do that. Make sure that this is a nice orange colour. For some reason, orthopedy in my head is telling me orange. Now if I take an object, privacy screen, and put it back down, change the colour, that does not cost me any money. I like that. So we'll also change that. So we'll change all of the beds to be like this horrible mustard colour. We won't do too much. I don't want to spend all this episode doing that. And then I might just change a bit of the floor maybe. So maybe make this here like this. Again, quite horrible brown colour really, but we're going with it because I say so. There we go. So I think that's a bit nicer. Is it nicer? Am I lying? Yeah, I am. Right, so I think what we need to do today, it's 20 to 3 at the moment, is I think we need to concentrate getting the 30 patients done. As soon as we've completed that objective, we will increase our clinic patients per day to 20. So that's quite important. And now also, it is important to enable hospitalisation at emergency. My worry about this objective and this one are that these will basically be very expensive objectives to do. They're going to require us to have surgeons on staff, and then as soon as you get surgeons you need all the surgical staff as well. So I think for the moment I think we just need to treat patients, and then we'll try and come about it in a strategic way. I hope. So Carol Jones, we're having a look if she's just got a fracture or contusion. Obviously they could actually be anything now because we've opened up orthopedy. So she is actually going to have to go and get an x-ray, which I don't mind because we really are going to have to see what's wrong with Carol. And we're not going to be able to do that without an x-ray. This chap here, we've got Michael Lewis. He's got hand bursitis. That does not sound good, does it? So I think what we can start doing is at least plan out what we're going to be doing with surgeries. Now, I'm never sure whether to have like all the surgical rooms for orthopedy, which are over here, so diagnostic unit, regular wards, operating room, all of that stuff. I never know whether to have that close to the orthopedy clinic, which we've got in here, or have it in like a separate place. Now I'm quite tempted to actually leave this space for another clinic, like general surgery, something similar. Because I remember we were talking about this here being our space for trauma centre, weren't we? And then this space here, I think we were saving maybe to have extended labs, although we can extend our labs out this way. So I'm not sure. Maybe we do this. Maybe we maybe we do put all the surgery stuff here and then it's all contained. And, oh, we done it. We treated 30 patients. Lovely. If I treat 35 patients, we get a prestige bonus for a day. And then maybe when we get like general surgery and stuff, we go out over there. Although I do think it'd be cool to have like operating theatres all like stacked up. That would look quite cool. But it might increase travel time. Basically, I don't know. So let's just, I'm not going to do too much. We're basically just going to plan it out, I think. So the rooms that always get really stacked up are like your regular wards, your high dependency unit. That always gets stacked up quite quickly. So what we could do is build them out over here. And then this bit here we have for our operating theatre and the staff rooms for those staff. I think that does make sense. So we're likely not going to have to get many more rooms than 3 doctors' offices for orthopaedy. So I think a plan for the moment is to come out like so. We're going to have to spend a bit of money here. And then I think we're going to have a regular ward. Well, if I just do that, I just want to see, I never remember how much space a bed takes up. So you get a bed, you get a bedside cabinet, you get a bed socket, which often needs to be placed on a wall, which currently isn't there. So I don't know, our walls could be something like that. Go back into that room, bed socket goes there, and then I don't know, every room has a window. I don't know, I'm trying to be nice. And then we also get on every bed, we also have a space for a visitor to chill out, gossip about Janet next door. We're not going to have a plant, we're going to have a coffee table. So then we could do something like that. So those are our units. And then here we maybe have like some tall glass, something like that maybe. And then, but in the room you can have a privacy screen, just in case you're getting your bits out. So something a bit like that. And then you might have a post on the wall, like that. Okay, yeah, I like that. So that's like our standard unit. So to start off with, let's get 2 of those, because we're trying to save some money. And then if we wanted to put one of those on the other side, let's mark this out with a floor. So if those are orange floors, that is a 4 by 3. So if I wanted a 2 corridor, that would come out like that, which I don't hate. So if we went with a door to our ward being here, obviously I'll move these bits. Goodbye, goodbye. So if we done, and that can't get it, I think, because of the poster. So if we try that again, actually let's do that, because I've got a little plan up my sleeve, you see. Because then what we might want to do is I'm going to get in another unit like that, and then this room can be closed off like that. You get the actual door to the ward there. This, I need to make this room bigger. So it's like, no, like that. We obviously make sure it is enclosed. Let's get rid of this brick. We're not going to worry too much about the other walls for the moment, just whilst we save up our pennies. Now we're not going to want windows there. It's like that, and then this little bit here is like a little foyer reception thing. Put a sofa in there so people can chill out if they want to. And then, yeah, and then that's then a functional regular ward. And then when we expand this, it will expand down this way. And now we've got a nice little corridor that we can start thinking about where we're going to have other rooms in our orthopedic hospitalisation. I'm going to have a sip of my tea, because every hospital builder needs tea. It's the law. Right, now high dependency unit is going to be tricky. We could actually get in a diagnostic unit, would fit in pretty nicely there, because they are minimum 4x4, so we could go for like a 5x4. That leaves us with a corridor of 2, which is my preferred corridor layout. And then I don't know, walls in here can be that. I don't know why, but I've decided it is that. Brick on the outside, lovely place for a window, and then door wise, that'll do. Corridor walls. I can change all of these walls so they're all matching off camera. I can do that. I will waste my life away making sure it looks pretty. Right, diagnostic unit. So we're likely have to put all of this in, and then we might actually just not open orthopedic hospitalisation, because we might need to try and save some of our pennies. I don't like that there. What about, oh, obviously that window can go. You don't want a janitor, do you? Can you imagine if you're in here lying on the bed and there's a janitor in here just peeking through? Oh, it makes me shiver. I guess here we'll just pretend that will go across there. Obviously that needs to be that wall. What else do we need? So we need a bin. The bin can go by the door along with disinfectant dispenser, wash your little handies. Medical light can go on top of the bed. Then necessary equipment is a mobile workstation. That can chill out back there. And then we just need like some equipment cabinets. I will get in another equipment cabinet, that one that's matching. CRP scan can live on that. And then we'll get an equipment table over here. That's where the EMG can sit. What is that attached to? Ah, this needs to be... Am I being a silly boy? If I put the mobile workstation over just there, where does this EMG need to live? I've made thousands of these rooms. Why am I struggling with this? Is it just because it can't be attached to that type of object? Does it actually need to be on something like that? I think that can actually sit anywhere. So if we do that, get rid of that. Is that then a functioning room? Yes. Right, lovely. But we will also get in a chartboard. Ideally somewhere it'll actually work. And I think that for the moment, we'll put in a little bit of decoration here and there. Put that in there maybe. It's a nice little diagnostic unit. Now we will likely need 2 of those, so I'm not going to build everyone. I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make some room for it. Then we'll likely have a corridor there, because this will likely all be regular ward. And then what I might do, I would like our high dependency unit to actually have a separate nurses station and on-call room. So so like the doctors and nurses are like, they're on site. They are ready to pounce on any patient that needs some help. So if I get rid of that window and that window, we will actually make sure that this common room has a nice window on that side. And then our units will be similar to these. So if I then had one there, obviously those windows can say bye bye. And then for a high dependency unit, I like the rooms to actually be closed off, but then have like a double door, and then we will also put in some glass, because then it's really easy to see if patients are coding or there's something not quite right going on. So let's just make this space high dependency for the moment. So I think, oh no, I thought you had to have a high-tech bed, but maybe you don't. But you do have to have a life monitor, at least same price. Oh, the newest one is actually a bit cheaper. And a defibrillator, that's fine. I will actually have a defibrillator in each room, maybe. Is that working? I don't think that's working. What we might need to do is come out one more. So it's a bit like that. That might work better. Door in the middle. Then say bye, 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 Mr. American Pie. Get rid of that wall. And then we can fill that in with a bit of Lionel Richie. That's better, and then the defibrillator can live there. Yes, that is much better. I like that. Right, so for the minute I'm just going to have one of those rooms because they are very expensive. But that's just going to give us a base to know what's happening around here. Because then what I wanted, on the core room needs to be 4x3. Nurse station 4x3 as well. So if I had the wall to this being there with our double doors, then could we have our on-call room start there? So let's just make it quite small to start off with. Nurses station again like that. Okay, I like that. Because then on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are now 4x4s. So now on the other side, we also need that to be 4x4, which I think it actually already is. So I've done that wrong. So cut. Get rid of that. Come off of that one. So it's like that. And then it'll actually probably join up there as well, but I'll get rid just because there's no foundations there at the moment. So that's going to be an outer brick wall. Let's pop that in. Right, okay, so this is getting there. This is getting there. So this is going to carry on and be the corridor. That can be the same corridor, like that. For the moment, actually all of this can be the corridor. So it does get cleaned by our janitorial team. So on core room, and I think what we'll do here is we'll have like corners of glass. I thought could be quite cool. All of that, a bit like that. And then we put in lots of glass. So it feels separated but not completely separated. Does that look weird because we've just got one wall? No, I don't think that looks too bad. I think it'll look a little bit better once we get some bits in here. So I'm actually tempted. Well, actually doctors can have desks, and then what I'll do is nurses can have the equipment tables, which are like these ones. So I'm going to get in some red desks for our doctors. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that, did I? Okay, maybe they're not. Maybe they will have what I tell them to have, which are square tables, and then we'll have them like that. I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. I want to try it and then see how it looks basically. But I'm not going to be surprised if I don't like it. So it'd be like that. That is disgusting. Okay, well you have to try things sometimes. So why don't we have like a bank of them there. So it's a bit like that. And then here I actually might have a little like pharmacy counter in orange. Like that. And then like a card file there. So then you can come here and be like, I'm here to see my nan or whatever. So a bit like that. I think it's the glass. I think I'm actually going to get rid of that glass there, because then we can actually put in a little bit of decoration on these walls, which I think will then look a bit better. So we can get a clock, like a notice board, and like a tennis elbow poster maybe. I think that then is going to be better. And then we're pretty much going to want to copy that, all of that, for the other side, where we've got our nurses station. What else do we need in a nurses station? Yes, some equipment. So for the moment, let's just pop an equipment cabinet there. These rooms are not going to be very good for the moment. They're going to be quite low like prestige. And then what I'm going to do is let's just go around making sure that these walls are correct. A bit like that. The corridor wall is going to be this one. Beautiful, nice orange. And then for the moment, once we work everything out, we're just going to put in the standard floor, so it's not that horrible base game thing. Excuse me, I was going to have another sip of my tea. Oh, it's a good cure for a cold cup of tea. Probably doesn't even work, but it makes me feel better. So we've got everything that we need actually now for orthopedic hospitalisation. We are going to want to probably save some space for a sonography unit. So that needs to be 5 by 4. I wonder if we could just reserve this space there. That makes sense then, doesn't it? This is an extension of regular ward. That can probably actually be extended to be something like that. We might have a corridor coming up this way, who knows. And then this is our high dependency unit. Let's put in a whole wall of this nice orange colour. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so building and room wise, that's everything we need for orthopedy. And now we just need our staff. Now, as you can see, we need the game, even though you're not putting in an operating room, the game still wants you, in the day at least, to have a surgeon and an anaesthesiologist available and 2 surgery nurses, regardless if you've got an operating room or not. So this is where staffing becomes quite expensive. Now, I think for the moment we are probably better off focusing on actually just treating patients, I think, because that brings in money obviously, and it means that we can save up a bit of money for basically just operating the hospital with surgical teams, because it is not cheap at all. But we do now have hospitalisation, and we are going to need a little store somewhere, which could actually be here, for a few stretchers. How do I find that? Let's go in here. A couple of stretchers, and we'll also get a couple of orange wheelchairs like that. And then the only thing then we're missing is our staff, which is fine for the moment. So this chap over here, he had bursitis, didn't he? So he should be getting treated and then going home. I wonder if we could get up to treating 35 patients today. That would be amazing if we could. So let's spend the rest of today's episode just go around and see if we can treat some of our patients. So downstairs we have a couple of patients down here, it looks like. We've got at least this lady here, Jane Lopez. So she's just getting treated and then she'll be going home. Something else waiting for Jane is, I don't think, excuse me. Treating and going home. This was a chap, I think, that was upstairs with bursitis. So that might actually be, oh, Carol has actually got a simple fracture of her ulna, so she actually needs an arm cast. So let's get her going back upstairs for that. Our labs look fairly quiet as well. Other than that, it's actually quite a quiet day. We've not got many people coming in now. It's quite nice and quiet. A nice and peaceful day. Upstairs, that's the lady. I think it was Jane, treated for her arm, broken arm. No one's in our regular ward, obviously. No, got no staff there at the moment. That's fine. But I think that's probably it for this day. I'll be quite surprised if we get many more people coming through our doors now this evening. Which is quite frustrating because we treated 33 patients today. So we were only 2 off being able to complete this objective of treating 35 patients. But it's fine. It's fine. We can also think about in our next episode staffing up our orthopedic hospitalisation. We can also think about enabling hospitalisation for emergency. So that requires on-call room, nurse station, observation room and a trauma centre, which we've got the ambulance kind of parking bay here. So you'd probably come in here like so. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll probably sit like that. And that'll go all the way back. This will be brick like it always is. And then we'd have some nice wide big doors coming into this space, like these sliding double doors. Is that in the middle? I think that's in the middle. I just need to change my colour back to standard white. Actually no, let's make it red. Let's make it quite obvious. I think that's in the middle. I don't know, my eyes are deceiving me. And then we'd have quite a lot of glass here. And then we'd have toilets, maybe like a little staff room. Then that goes straight then into the trauma centre with embedded on-call rooms and nurses stations. And then as a corridor, this probably will just link up to here, I imagine. A bit like that. And then so then that's brick all the way down there. This is like a weird little, oh, have I not been putting using the wrong brick? What an idiot. Like that. And then we'll work out how big our trauma centre needs to be. We'll do the same kind of thing as what we've done up here. We'll have like little compartments, hopefully private, so people don't need to be gawked at whilst someone's probably trying to save their life. So I think that makes sense. It's 7:20. I'm going to fast forward on to the morning, and I think I'm going to end this episode here. So thank you very much for watching. In our next episode, we're going to be all autosave. Lovely, thank you. Okay, thank you. We're going to be up here staffing this area. I think we're going to start building out our emergency department down here, and then I think we'll be then kind of really ready to start processing a lot more urgent care needing patients. So I think it'll be very interesting. We're hopefully going to be making money. We are hopefully going to have money, or have enough money, that we can start staffing our hospital with surgeons, surgery nurses, all of that kind of jazz. And if not, we'll have to treat a few more patients to get some more pennies. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining. I am very glad to be back. Again, apologies for the hiatus. It's just been a busy start to the year, but I'm back now. Hello. Please take care of yourself. Hopefully I would have recovered from my cold the next time I see you. And have a great rest of your day. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later.